What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I am John, the creative blue collar guy, and yes, another story from Whiskey Riff. They're gonna start making me pay them royalties or something because I'm taking all my stories from them. But as I said in my video yesterday about the Romper Stomper, definitely go check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. Whiskey Riff has been on fire lately with some really good stories, so I promise we'll start branching out into some other stuff here soon. But this is another one that. Funny enough, I actually had a video recorded about Tyler Childers trying to combat Ticketmaster. And I'm going to sound like a broken record saying this over and over again, but being busy, life getting in the way, I just still hadn't gotten around to editing it and putting it out. Other stories came up that I thought were more pressing that I put out first. And then, well, you know, like they say.
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm blathering about. I've got information, man. New shit has come to light.
So I'm starting all over, recording a brand new video. I'm going to actually post this one. But before we talk about Bryan, we've got to go backwards a little bit. This story was from August 22nd. Like I said, I've been a little bit behind, but there's been some updates, so bear with me. It's all going to make sense here. Really quick though, before we do move on, thank you so much for being here and watching this video. If you would take a moment to subscribe to this channel, ring that bell for notifications. That way you get notified every time I put up something new or go live. And also make sure to like this video and share it out there for others to see. So the original story that had me ready to throw a video out there as soon as I did a couple of quick edits was Tyler Childers announces that tickets to New Year's Eve show will be non-transferable in an effort to fight scalpers. You know, a few artists out there are doing their damnedest. They're trying, but as this article briefly gets into, Ticketmaster and Live Nation have become a monopoly. They keep trying to say it's not a monopoly, but...
You sure about that? You sure about that's not why?
So let's quickly continue on. So I got 3 different articles here we're going to kind of skim through. I think this one was actually pretty lengthy. But Tyler Childers is doing his best to fight scalpers with his 2-night New Year's Eve show. With ticket demand at an all-time high, in hopes of spending the end of 2023 and the start of 2024 with Timmy Tyler, he has released a statement regarding the highly sought-after tickets for the shows. Childers took to Twitter, which I guess now is called X, but I don't know if I'll ever get used to that. All 1230 and 1231 Rupp Arena tickets are now non-transferable. Let's say that again for the people in the back. Non-transferable. So in an effort to minimize third-party resale and keep prices fair. Good job, Timmy Ty. If for some reason, because I can already hear the people crying about, oh, but what if? All right, here we go. If for some reason you are not able to attend, the face value ticket exchange is now open. Let's repeat that one for the people in the back also. Face value, which allows ticket holders to sell tickets to fans at face value via their Ticketmaster account. I don't understand why this is such a problem. The only thing I can possibly wrap my brain around is that every time somebody resells a ticket for whatever astronomical price, Ticketmaster is raking in money on the fees and on the resales and everything. Otherwise, they would easily put a stop to this also. But being that they're a giant corporation that's created a monopoly, why would they want to put a stop to something that's making them extra money? As this has been a massive topic of conversation, given Bryan chose to go through a non-Ticketmaster platform for his tour and the monopoly they have over the ticket sale industry highlighted during Taylor Swift's tour sales, it's refreshing to see Childers do what he can to try to keep tickets fair. There's I'm guessing they pulled this text from a couple of different tweets, people praising him, saying good job. Ticketmaster and Live Nation control the live music industry. There's been no shortage of Ticketmaster coverage over the past few months, spurred by the now infamous Taylor Swift ticketing fiasco. But quite frankly, most of that coverage has been sparse on details, relying on anecdotal stories from fans who waited in queues for hours, paid an insane amount for tickets, or were booted before making a purchase when the entire system crashed. There's no denying those are all problems. However, I feel they don't get to the core issue at hand. How exactly is Ticketmaster able to wield such a large amount of control over the live music industry, you may ask? This is my attempt to lay out how the company gained its power. For starters, and as most people are now aware, Ticketmaster is owned by Live Nation, the largest music promotion company on the planet, but that was not always the case. The two companies officially merged in 2010, creating the giant of Live Nation Entertainment. This merger raised a lot of questions, a lot of concerns, and some antitrust lawsuits. However, the Department of Justice reached a settlement with the companies. Gee, I wonder if it was settled out of court for a dollar amount. Which put certain rules and regulations in place for the new company to remain in operation. And it goes on to talk about the music business, show promotion, venue operation, ticketing. The venues get a cut of the merchandise. Do you ever wonder why, if you go see a band or an artist, why t-shirts cost $40, $50, $60 for a short sleeve t-shirt? You go buy the same t-shirt on their website, it's maybe $20, maybe $30. Everyone's getting a cut. There's too many hands in the money pot. So, like I said, this article is actually pretty lengthy, but as always, I will link all three of these articles that we're going to go over in the description of this video. You can go through the whole thing on your own. So that was the original one from a couple weeks ago. Tyler Childers trying to make his New Year's Eve show tickets non-transferable. So if you're going with friends, you got to all go through the gate at the same time. Okay, maybe that's a little bit of a hassle. Whatever, it is what it is. But, good on him for he's trying, Like I said, it's a monopoly. So trying to get around it is tough. I would say for smaller artists, but obviously someone like Tyler Childers and obviously someone like Zach Bryan has reached a point to where there is a really high demand for their tickets. So I like to see that even though they are now reaching these heights of fame, that they still care enough about you and me, the fans, who are kind of like, hey man, I couldn't get tickets, or hey, I don't want to pay $3,000 for a ticket. Because then that's just going to the pocket of some jackhole who lives in his mom's basement and doesn't have a job and just buys up tickets all day long to resell them for desperate fans. Moving along, another quick Tyler Childers story, and then we'll get back to Zach Bryan. So this one just came out today. Tyler Childers announces Mule Pull 24 tour featuring 49 Winchester, John R. Miller, and more. Staying true to his southern roots, the Mule Pull 24 tour will feature arena stops in Texas, Alabama, Tennessee, as well as additional stops in Oklahoma, New York, California, and Maryland. The tour will also kick off with an international leg featuring shows in England, Scotland, Ireland, Germany, Denmark, and the Netherlands, Sweden, and Norway. Wow, good for you, man. So anyway, so there's all the tour dates specifically. Not much else to talk about on this one. This is basically just him announcing the tour, his new album coming out September 8th, this coming Friday. So yeah, so as soon as I saw that he was going to be coming to a city near me, I go to Ticketmaster and I look. As soon as you even try to pull up any tickets to this tour, I'm sure they're not on sale yet, but there's a thing where you basically have to go and register, put in your, log into your Ticketmaster account, confirm your info, email address, phone number, name, blah, blah, blah. And it basically just says, you'll be notified when tickets become available or when they go on sale in your area. And it's one more step where they're making people verify that they are real human beings. And I'm not saying that real human beings aren't also buying up tickets and reselling them like jerks. But it's one more way, I guess, that they're at least trying to not have bots buy up all the tickets. And so in the hopes that people will be a little more decent and not be a scalper. I don't know. But there's that. Here's his tour announcement. And so the last story now, which I believe also just broke today. Yes, Zach Bryan has also announced a tour, which I'm sure you've probably already heard about it, his Quittin' Time tour for next year. But, they say you can't please all of the people all of the time. So, last year and earlier this year and, whatever, he was viewed as a hero out there fighting against Ticketmaster. He put out a live album, I believe, from his show at Red Rocks called All My Homies Hate Ticketmaster. This time he is going through Ticketmaster, and I'm not going to sit here and try to claim that I know all the ins and outs of the music industry and the decisions behind what's happening, but I honestly believe that Zach Bryan is a good, honest, genuine person. So for whatever his reasons are for going through Ticketmaster, it probably has more to do with the venues that he wanted to play, trying to play larger venues, trying to reach a more broad audience. Because you kind of reach a damned if you do, damned if you don't sort of situation where there are certain venues that he could play where there will not be as many tickets available because they're smaller. So then people will be upset that they couldn't get tickets, it sold out, they couldn't get in. You play at larger venues that are probably owned by Live Nation or have some sort of contract with Live Nation. Well, now it's like, okay, well, you can't play this big stadium or this big arena that can hopefully fit most, if not all, of your fans in the city or whatever, unless you go through our monopoly that is Live Nation and or Ticketmaster. They're basically the same thing. Just choose what color scheme you want to use on the app. So Zach Bryan fans are still furious with Ticketmaster after disastrous pre-sale for the 2024 Quit in Time tour. Well, let's see what people are so mad about. It's official. All of the homies still hate Ticketmaster. Zach Bryan has been one of the most outspoken voices against the ticketing giant, doing his best to combat the insane fees and resale prices for tickets on his last tour by selling tickets exclusively through AXS and making the tickets to his shows non-transferable. Let's say that again. Non-transferable. It's easy. I mean, the guy even named his live album All My Homies Hate Ticketmaster, and it's a really rad live album. Check it out. Well, spoiler alert, people still weren't happy. So when Zach announced his 2024 Quit in Time tour, he went back to the old system and the enemy and used all ticketing sites, including Ticketmaster, for the upcoming tour. So I have a tweet from Mr. Zach Bryan here over on the X, whatever it's called now. Everyone complained about AXS last year, using all ticketing sites this year. All my homies still do hate Ticketmaster, but hard to realize one guy can't change the whole system. It's intentionally broken. I'll continue to feel absolutely horrible about the cost of tickets. He's still getting attacked like crazy, but I mean, I believe him. It's a tough market for everybody involved, and other people are fighting. We had just the other story where, yes, maybe Tyler Childers is using Ticketmaster, but he's trying to make it to where fans have to register. He's making them to where they're not transferable. I think it was The Cure who toured recently, and I don't really know the details of how or where they sold their tickets, but I know that they were definitely speaking out and also slamming Ticketmaster for the monopoly that they've created. Once again, like we come to expect from Ticketmaster, based on many past experiences, it was a total cluster. Fans immediately began reporting long waits, only to get past a queue and onto the site to buy tickets to find that prices were already sky high or completely unavailable. So I'm curious about this, if he's doing the thing where he's using Ticketmaster, but if he's making them non-transferable or not, or if people really are already snatching them up and reselling them. Like you said, the whole system's broken. People are always going to find ways around it. There's one tweet that says, well, it was only a matter of time before Zach Bryan became a sellout. Well, that's kind of harsh. I don't think this is his fault. No longer the artist of the people, no. Zach is pre-selling decent seats in Denver for roughly $1,400 each. You either die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. See, again, there, I wonder if the tickets are transferable or not, if these are already scalper prices. But I don't know either way, so I'm not trying to say that I have all the information here. Well, another user said, straight up, pit tickets was $330 for 2 tickets for his recent concert in Arizona. Just spent $800 for the same tickets. What's even worse is I paid only $62 a ticket back in 2021 for pit tickets. Well, there was a lot going on back then. The demand probably wasn't quite as high. He hadn't reached quite as broad of an audience. Who knows? Who knows? There's a lot of factors involved here. Still more go on to say, saw Zach Bryan 2 weeks ago for like $100. Now those same seats are $295 plus fees. This ain't it, man. And just it goes on and on and on. And then here you see there's some ticket prices listed, but there doesn't seem to be any info on if these are what the tickets are going for or if these are already third-party sales. Some people out there say that the artists set the ticket prices. Others say that Ticketmaster uses this dynamic pricing system where depending on demand they can go up or down. I believe both are probably true. It just maybe has to do with how long you've been around, what your contract is, how much pull you have in the industry. I highly doubt Zach Bryan is setting these prices. Again, I'm just speculating as much as anyone else right now. So here another person said, and anytime I thought I had found reasonably priced tickets, and by reasonable I mean less than $300, they were gone before I could even get them in my cart. Well, we also know that Ticketmaster is very broken in terms of being glitchy, and they're not ready for high traffic and all that other fun stuff. Just an endless string of another fan beat you to these tickets until finally this system thought I was a bot and kicked me out. Judging from the reaction on Twitter, there were a lot of fans in the same boat. So here's some more saying, fighting for my life in the Zach Bryan Ticketmaster queue. Been trying to get tickets for the last hour and 15 minutes. This is breaking my heart. Every time I click, it says they're gone. And it goes on and on and on. And then here someone posts a screenshot. WTF happened to all my homies hating Ticketmaster. This Zach Bryan presale is rough. So yeah, it goes on. Some more tweets. Yeah, it looks like people are having a hard time. And, I don't doubt it. But I don't think it's fair to throw all the hate onto him. So anyways, there's our 3 Whiskey Riff stories for today. One that was a little bit outdated, but as I was getting ready to try to edit that video and finally put it up after getting pushed farther back in my queue of videos I want to release, new stuff came up that all sort of tied together, all related. I think I had meant to do some videos on Ticketmaster many months ago, but that was when I sort of disappeared off the face of the earth for a while. So here we are. What do you guys think about all this? Sound off in the comments. Are you blaming Zach Bryan for this? Do you think this is all his fault? Do you think he sold out? Or do you think he's just kind of a victim of a broken system and just trying to get his music out there to the fans? Anyways, I'm John, the creative blue collar guy. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching. Please, again, on your way out, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell for notifications, like and share this video out there for others to see, and we will see you next time. Cheers.